I want to show you how easy it is to add collaborators. So what you want to do is go to the share button. So you're in your plan book and you have the share button. So you just click that and then you'll see where it says with school or colleagues. So you want to click on that. And this is where you can add collaborators. So if you want to collaborate with an individual, you just click this and then you can add in teachers that you want to collaborate with. So this is someone that you want to have access to your plan book, and you get to give them the level of access that you want them to have. So over here, you have options. So you can allow someone only to view your plan book. So if you don't want someone to be able to comment or edit your plans or make any changes at all you want them to do is be able to view it, then you just give them that permission, and that's all they will have until you decide you want to update it. And you can update it here if you want to. If you want someone to comment, you give them that permission. But if you are working with someone like you're co-teaching or you're a content team or a grade level team, you probably want to give them the can edit permission. That way, you all can go in and plan in the same plan book. Okay, but you can always go back and update those permissions later. So let's say you give someone can edit, but then you decide, oh, I just want them to be able to comment or view, then you can go and update that later. So what you do is you add in their email here, and then I'll just throw it in one of my colleagues' emails. And then you just share it with them, and they're going to get an email. So there's an invite email sent. So they will get that in their email and they can accept it there. It will also show up on their Common Curriculum homepage, and they can accept the invite there. Now, after they accept the invite, it will just show up on their homepage. So it will show that that plan book is shared with them. They can go right to it from their homepage. If this person doesn't have an account yet, it will prompt them to create an account, and then it will show up on their homepage. So you can invite people whether they already have a Common Curriculum account or if they don't. They'll still get that email and they'll be able to set up their account if they don't have one yet. Okay, so that's sent to her. So now this person with Lori, I'm collaborating with her. If you have a grade level team of more, which is more than 2 of you, then you can add in more. So if you were on the basic plan, you can add 3 collaborators. If you're pro, then you can add more than that, and then you can collaborate in the same plan book. So what I suggest doing is if you are a gen ed teacher, so let's say you are teaching 9th grade US history, and you have a special education teacher that you want to come in and add accommodations or modifications to your lessons, then you would want to share your plan book with them. It will show up on their Common Curriculum homepage. And then all they have to do when they have time on their own time, they can go in and add in accommodations and modifications. You guys don't have to email back and forth or make phone calls or try to figure out a time to meet in person. Same thing with like ELL teachers. If you have a co-teacher or they're adding in modifications or accommodations for those particular students, they could add that right into your plans and you don't have to play, phone tag or email tag and figure out when you all can meet. Okay, there's also this option here to collaborate with a school or a team. This has to do with, we do offer a CC for Schools product. So that has to do with them. So, but if you're not part of a CC for Schools and you're just an individual, then you'd want to use this one here and just share it with individual people. Okay, I'm going to go back to my week view. And then I'm just going to show you kind of how you can collaborate. I know I mentioned commenting already. So let's say that this is your plan book and you're the gen ed teacher, and then you have a special education teacher that you've added to this plan book. So they can come in and that special education teacher could make comments on your plans if they want to. So you can just add a comment, add it there, and then that person will get notified in their email that they have a comment, and then they can comment right back. So you can even have conversations by using the comments in certain lesson plans. Also, if that teacher wants to add in accommodations, modifications. That teacher could come in and add that in. So here's a modifications card. That teacher can come in if they have a file with, maybe you're taking a test on this Wednesday and you need 5 different differentiated versions of the test for different levels for the different students that you have in your class. That special education teacher could come in and attach those differentiated tests right here already in the lesson plan. Also, that teacher could come in and put in students, what their accommodations are from their IEPs. They could attach them there and they could open up a document if you want to. So all that stuff, it's really customizable. So you and the teachers you're planning with, you pretty much get to decide how you want to do this. It's really customizable. Another way for collaborating is if you are a content team, so let's say you're all 3rd grade teachers and there is 4 of you, you can share one plan book and then just split up the work. So maybe one teacher is in charge of objectives. So that teacher can enter in objectives. Another teacher is in charge of the homework. Another teacher is in charge of entering the standards for each lesson. So you can split up the work that way. You could split up the work day by day. This teacher is planning this week. Another teacher is teaching the next week. You can all plan in the same plan book at the same time. So kind of like a Google Doc. You'll be able to plan at the same time and you'll be able to see those updates. All right, so a question that comes up is sometimes teachers there's certain classes that they share, but there's other classes that they don't share. So maybe you teach English and math and science, and you have another teacher that teaches English, math, and science, and you want to collaborate on those classes, but you also have your own stuff that teacher doesn't teach that you just want in your plan book. So what you can do is when you go to your settings and you go to add in your classes, you could add in all of your classes. So both of you add in all of your classes here. So let's say that I want to add in a lunch period. So I don't write lessons for that. I can add that in. I can add in lunch, done. And let's say the other teacher, they also want to have in, their own lunch. And you could just put maybe the initials of the teacher. And then add in, maybe you want a to-do list or something. So to-do list for that teacher, done. And then we'll add in a second to-do list for the other teacher. Okay, so I'm going to click out of this. So now in this plan book, there's a class, and then there's also 2 lunches, there's 2 to-do lists. And you only want to see the stuff that you are teaching, both of you, the individual teachers. So you can go to rearrange and filter and then only show what you want to see. So here's the class you're sharing, class 1, and you can have more than one class there if you share more than one class. But you're sharing that class, so that needs to show up. This is my lunch and this is my to-do list and this is the other teachers. So I'm going to unselect their lunch. I'm going to unselect their to-do because I only want to see mine. And then just click off of here. And now in my view, all I see is my class and my lunch and my to-do list. So the class that we're sharing is right there, but then I also have my own stuff. And then when that teacher on their computer, when they open up this plan book from their home page, they would just want to filter it so it shows their lunch and their to-do list and then uncheck yours. And then you still have that class in common that you get to share. And then when they open that up on their computer, it's only going to show what they want to see. So if you have certain classes you want to share with someone, but you don't want to share everything, this is a good way to do it. You can filter those out. Okay, I'm going to go